What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Okay, listen. I'm really liking this show. Why? Why am I liking this show? But I am. Okay, so we get up into the episode. This is, The Voice Sistas, season 1, episode 5. Breath of fresh air, and my goodness, I will say this. I'm going to say this. What I'm liking about the show, to be quite honest, it's not giving us that much, but it's giving enough. But then it's the cliffhangers. Like each episode so far has been ending with a cliffhanger, like a get you got you type of thing that got you coming back for the next episode. And my goodness. So this why y'all was up in arms or whatever. We'll get to it. So, we pick up where we left off last week. Naomi's still up in the jail. Baby, they was up in that jail cell. First of all, that I don't know what type of police station they was in that they was sitting at there like that, but they was there till like 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, you know what? Them some good friends and good peoples or whatever, because I don't know if I would have been able to do it. Okay, I don't know if I would have been able to sit up in there that whole time. I'm tired. I gotta put my feet up. Legs probably swelling, feet probably swelling because listen, my feet hurt. Okay, gotta take that girdle off. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, like listen, Naomi, I get what you did. I understand that you did it because that man, it was built up and he was antagonizing you or whatever. But at the end of the day, this ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I gotta go to work in the morning. But see, that's some good friends. I'm gonna need I'm gonna need Geneva to go ahead and to get her life together. I'm gonna need her to just tell the truth. You like that man, okay? You like him way more than you're trying to put on. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't have a problem with him being with Tiffany, okay? And what you're doing is really messed up. And I know, like, things happen and you trying to find stuff on your husband or whatever, but at this point, what we already know definitively is that you cheated on your husband. Okay, we trying to well, in your eyes, you trying to find some flaws in your husband, and from what we being shown, maybe because this is a man that wrote the script or whatever, but what we've been shown is your husband is a good guy. Your husband just seems like he's a very nice guy. He's very friendly to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It just seems that type of situation. And he's trying to reconnect with you in any type of way. He know that something is going on, but he can't put his finger on it, and he's still not even going to bring it up to you. He know that you stressed out, so that's probably what he thinking it is, and he's still trying to make you feel good, but you not giving him anything. The whole time you cheated on this man, it's a possibility that his daughter that he is so in love with, he loved that little girl so much. It's not 9 out of 10 probably ain't his. Oh my God, when it comes out that baby is not his, if it do come out that baby is not his, it's gonna break his heart. It's gonna break his heart, bitch. And I just feel like you one of those type of ones that's gonna keep that secret until Javon winds up getting damn DNA test and realize that that's his kid. Oh my goodness, it's gonna break his heart so bad, okay? And then you got your friend being involved in it too. How is the friend involved in it? Because your husband that put Javon off on Tiffany. Tiffany has been going through so much with this divorce, trying to get herself back out there, trying to heal herself enough to allow herself to even feel attractive enough to even want to get out there to date. Okay? To date. She already had that conversation with Naomi when Naomi put her on blast and said, bitch, you probably still think that you cheating. You probably think that you would be cheating if you go out with somebody else, even though you've been divorced for 3 years. Okay? And yes, she said she has not allowed love to come back into her life because of this divorce and what happened in this situation. And you got him with her only for him to be playing games because he trying to get back with you. And you know what your friend is going through, and that she's finna be a casualty of this whole situation because he truly don't want her. He wants you. Yeah, they may got some things in common. They may have a little bit of a connection, but he's only going through with this for real, because he can't get to you the way that he wants to. And now you got Tiffany. Her heads are in the cloud, or I should say, her head is in the clouds. Mama is feeling good. Mama just awoken. She has not felt this way in a long time. And now you have woken that up by having this man in her life, even for a short period. They're about to go on a little dinner date. Then William calling, trying to see how everything went. And now he want to invite them on a dinner date too. No, Javon, stop playing. No, stop playing with that lady, okay? Y'all got to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. And truth be told, it really is up to Geneva to tell the truth. Because Geneva, you are the married person in this situation now. He's divorced. So you are the married person in this situation, and you know what it is, right? Exactly. This is so messed up. I don't even care about you cheating on your husband. It's the fact that a baby is involved, and it's the fact that your friend and her heart is involved now. Oh my God, you are terrible. I'm so sorry, Geneva. You are terrible. You are about to be a terrible friend if you allow this to continue. Oh no. And William just so oblivious. And then you pulling up to the carpool. You're pulling up to the carpool, and you see him out there, and he's giving a flower to some girl, and I'm assuming that that's Maddie's mama, because she's in the yoga pants, okay, because leggings and all that stuff. Meanwhile, he's giving her a little flowers, like a little sunflower or some stuff like that. And I get it, it do look a little bit like, oh, they could be flirting or something like that, but we just really, I'm not gonna put that on him just yet. It do look like they was a little close, but it didn't look so intimate to me. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he was just trying to be friendly, but he was just a little bit too close to be friendly. But I don't know. I gotta look at the next episode. Please don't tell me nothing until the next episode. But listen, yeah, I really hope it's not him cheating. I don't want him. We need a good guy up in this goddamn group of. We need a good man, okay? We do got Calvin, all right? But Calvin ain't nobody's man, okay? But Calvin clearly has something that he wants with Bridget. He wants to get with Bridget. And so this whole situation with Bridget, you pissing me off, okay? Because what should have happened, I don't give a good goddamn. Vaughn should have never came back to your home. After that whole situation and the way that he played and embarrassed you or whatever, and you realize I cannot take him out in public, okay? Because he's so immature and childish. I cannot take him in public. As soon as you came home and you saw him sitting on your couch, you should have said, get your shit and go, all right? That's literally what it should have been. Get your shit and go. I don't care who got to bring it, how you got to get this stuff up out of here. But baby, you truly ain't really got nothing. You got to get yourself up and you got to go up out my house and never come back. If you come back, I will call the cops, okay? That's what it is. Go to your mama's house, That's what should have happened. But no, you let that man stay over. You probably let him dick you down, pipe you down and all that stuff or whatever. You waking up trying to get ready and he won't even get his ass up. Then Calvin come over there to the house. First of all, he complaining about can't get no sleep because she keep talking so loud. I said, you got your goddamn nerves. Then Calvin comes over. He said that old boy got his keys or something like that. And so he winds up asking him, do you got the key and everything? And, well, I should say Bridget asked him. And he said, no, I don't have the keys, okay? So at this point, Calvin knows that he has the keys, allegedly. So Calvin goes up there and asks him and wakes him up or whatever. So they get into it because it's like, you playing games. And Bridget had already told him, like, I don't know what to do. What you want me to say? He said he ain't had the keys. It was like, that boy do got the keys. You need to stop playing with this little boy and get you a grown-ass man. And she said, what the fuck? First of all, you don't tell me what I need to do. Okay? He was like, you know what? You right. That's when he went up there and they wound up getting into a fight. Okay? Now, they got into this fight. And at first, Calvin was whooping his ass. Okay? But then, Vaughn whooped the shit out of him. No lie. And then, Vaughn, you was about to kill a man? Because he went over there and he got that plate or whatever and he was about to pull it over his head. If it wasn't for Bridget telling him to stop and to get out, like, come on, what the fuck you doing? This up in my house. And he kept on saying, my house, my house. You don't pay no bills up in that bitch. Your name ain't on the lease up in that bitch. You don't own nothing in that bitch. So my house, you mean your woman's house. Because that's literally what Calvin said. Ain't no man gonna lay around and let his woman pay for everything while you sitting up at the house doing absolutely nothing but playing video games. See, that's what really popped the shit off, right? I said, Calvin the man. You know what I'm saying? He out here providing. He out here doing, he know the value of hard fucking work. Okay? And so, you know, in the midst of them doing the little tussling shit, Bridget done got knocked down. I said, Bridget, when niggas, big niggas are, niggas in general, when dudes are fighting, step the fuck aside. Don't try to break it up. You step aside and you be on the sideline and then you scream, stop, stop, stop. You don't try to physically try to break it up and get between them niggas, okay? Because look what happened. You got knocked down. You know, you could have got injured in this whole thing. Don't let that boy come back. Don't let him come back. And then come to find out, because according to Tiffany, because she told Tiffany what happened, Tiffany said, oh, well, you know, Vaughn better be lucky that, you know, he got out of there, he was able to walk up out of there. And she was like, what you mean? He was like, oh, because Calvin is a boxer, a professional boxer. And if he didn't, he allowed him to get up out of there, that means that he purposely didn't whoop his ass the way that he needed to whoop his ass. Because he really could have hurt him. And I said, all right. He spared him for you. Okay, that's a good man right there, girl. You need to go ahead and get up on it. Leave that zero and get with the hero. Okay, that's what you need to do. Meanwhile, girl, Naomi get out of jail. She was at the crib with Tiffany and Geneva, and then, like I said, Bridget comes over and she's just going through it. You know, they looking at the house and seeing what happened and everything. And at one point, she focused all her energy on Bridget because, you know, Bridget had asked her how she doing. And she was like, what the hell do you think I'm doing? Okay? Like, damn, bitch, I was up in prison, not prison, well, I was in jail for a few hours and look at my house. Look what happened. All because of this. It was like, you know, you got to be careful. You know, and she keep on saying, I'm going to sue him. And Tiffany had to tell Geneva, just tell her the fucking truth. Be real with her. And so Geneva had to say, listen, girl, you cannot sue him. If you would sue him, it's not going to work out in your favor. You can sue him, but it's not going to work out in your favor because everything that happened at that church, it was recorded. Somebody posted it online and now it's going around. Okay. And that is proof in that video. They can use that video as if you attacked her first. You physically attacked her by throwing that scalding scalding pot of coffee on her. Now she has 3rd-degree burns on her back. And the girl never touched you. We didn't see her really say anything to you. You said it to her. It was the husband, your ex-husband, that was antagonizing you, but you took it out on her. You know? So technically speaking, even though I'm not mad at what you truly did, what you did was wrong, though, in the eyes of the law and a little bit of morality. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit wrong. But at the end of the day, you made the first physical move. It wasn't self-defense. It do look like you literally attacked that white lady. And she's a white woman. You're going to go to jail. If she decides to press charges, which I'm pretty sure Franklin is going to try to do. Franklin is not going to ease up like they said. Franklin is not going to ease up. And you could really go to jail for some years. That's what they had to break that shit down to her. And it was like, you know, this man wouldn't do this. No real man would do this. And Bridget started to say something and Naomi snapped on her ass. You wouldn't know what a real man is. You ain't ever have a man to do this and to do that while you up there playing with that little boy. And you know the fuck what? Honestly, what Naomi said in the midst of her anger was actually facts. Okay, it was actually facts. Bridget knew it. That's why Bridget wanted to get the hell up out of there. But at the same time, Naomi took it back. She said, "Girl, I'm not mad at you, and I'm so sorry." It gave very much set it off. Okay, remember when Frankie wouldn't give TT the money and she snapped on her, but then she said, "You know what, girl? It ain't even your fault. It ain't your fault. My bad. You know, it's all this shit. I was just so fucked up." It was giving very much that. But at the same time, Bridget kind of needed to hear that shit. She said, "Bitch, you ain't never been married. You ain't never had a man to care about you. You don't know what a man, how it is to have somebody to provide for you, to help you." And it's like, I hate the fact that this is, I mean, I get it because they're in relationships, so it is going to be male-centered. But at the same time, you got to stand up on your own. Bridget don't need no man. Okay, truth be told, Bridget is with that boy because she wants to be with him. That's simply what it is. It ain't because she want marriage. It ain't because she want real protectorism, obviously, because she can do that for herself, because that's not what he's providing. She probably just want dick. That's what it is. Because what else is he doing? Bridget is protecting and doing everything else for herself. She's providing for herself. She's doing good for herself on that front. So, she's not so male-centered in that way, but she also just needs to let that little man, that boy go, because, he's making her look bad. He's immature as fuck. He's not on her level at all, and he's not even trying to work to even better himself. You know what I'm saying? Lazy beyond lazy. And so Naomi, they said they're going to come back. She winds up calling Hakeem. Hakeem is already up in the morning with a bitch in the bed, okay? I said, you are very much your character on All the Queen's Men. But at the end of the day, hey, you do what you got to do. And so she wanted him to bring his ass over there in 20 minutes. He said, you know what? I like that. Listen, from one toxic situation to another, listen, we understand our roles, and Hakeem already knew. Baby, she tell me one thing and she want to think that it's her way, but it really ain't her way, okay? You want me over there in 20, bitch? Like I said, I get there in an hour. Make that an hour and a half. I said, I know that the fuck right. It's part of the foreplay. It's part of the foreplay. The way that she be talking to him, that's because he can take that shit and he like that shit. Shit, bitch, talk to me like that. I like it too. Okay? Girl, I play a little game with you too. All right? But yeah, she had him over there and said, so that thing that you said that you can do for me, you said you can do some things for me. Like what exactly you talking about that you can do? And he said, we don't need to be talking about this because I think this is something heavy. We don't need to be talking about this over the phone if this is what I think it is, okay? And so they didn't. He went over there and basically he saw how the place looked. She said she was robbed, and he said, I can look into the streets and see who did it or whatever. And she said, no, I don't need you to look into no streets or whatever. I already know who the fuck did it. My ex-husband did it. So what do you got to do to take somebody off the face of this earth? I said, you finna put a hit out on his ass? Woo! He said, listen, that ain't nothing. And that ain't finna go have sex. She said, oh, keep me waiting. You know what? Naomi is psychotic. But I get it. But at the same time, I'm a little turned on. I said, you know what? You talking to that man like that and he liking it. All right. And she felt some type of way also because Rashida did not call her yet. Rashida hasn't called her yet because Rashida is going through her own stuff. And it's not because she didn't want to. Rashida, oh Lord have mercy. Rashida the night before in the car also called out her husband for basically not only not being attentive to her, but to their children. She said, did you even talk to your son about the fact that his grades are slipping? I thought you talked to him. No, you need to talk to him. You talk to your daughter? Do you do anything with them and everything like that? Baby, I said, oh my God, so you a shitty husband and a shitty father? It was like, do you know that your son is getting in with the wrong crowd and he's out there smoking weed and all that stuff, whatever, with the potheads? He don't know nothing about that. Okay. So in the morning, he wakes up, he's on the phone, and he's talking to Myron. And he still got his pajamas on, so he just woke up. Why are y'all talking on the phone so early in the goddamn morning? Okay, he checking in on him to see how he doing, baby. We can do this when we get to the office. And then the son comes in and he like, Dad, I need some money. I said, excuse me. Now let me tell you something. I can't stand past the Jeff. But when he said, well, hello to you too first, bitch, but that's how you gonna say it. Listen, I was with him because hello, good morning. Hello, father. How are you? May I have some money if you got it? That's what we ask. Okay? You don't, Dad, I need some money. What the fuck? Okay, me too. So what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do about it? And then again, it goes to him not trying to discipline him enough or whatever and putting it off on his mama. Saying, oh, so did you ask your mama? He was like, what you need the money for? I need to get a new computer because my MacBook or whatever, it broke and all that stuff. He was like, well, use your allowance. Okay, well, my allowance is done or whatever, but I still need some money. Okay, well, did you talk to your mama? Well, mama is not, I haven't seen mom. She's not in the guest room. She's not anywhere in the house. So what's going on? And he was like, well, I don't know. Okay, I don't know where she's at. And then the daughter was even asking where the mother was. He never not once felt concerned about where she was. That is another sign. That is another red flag. Your wife is not in the house. Your wife never came in the house. The daughter noticed that the wife did not even sleep in the same bedroom with you because her side of the bed is still fixed. She noticed that. She called you out on that. That you don't even know. Okay? She's not in the guest room. She's not in the house. You don't know anywhere she's at, and you're showing no type of concern. Your kids know that something is going on to the point where your daughter is asking, are y'all getting divorced? Because divorce season is coming up. Everybody and their mama is getting divorced these days, right? And then she had the nerve to say that she want to go with the daddy. I said, what? You daddy's girl ass? You see how he treating your mama and this is what you want to be with? Okay, girl. You know, that's what you want, bitch. I mean, little girl, that's what you gonna get, I guess. And he was like, no, I love your mom. Me and your mom, we're not having any troubles. We're not having any this and any that. Straight fucking lying, okay? The kids know. They're not stupid. They're teenagers. They can read between the lines and read your actions and all of that. And not one time did he bother to call his wife's phone to see where she was at. Not one time did we see him go looking throughout the house to see where she's at. Nothing of that. No concern whatsoever. She could have been taken, and he wouldn't even know or give a damn. The kids go outside to go get on the bus to go to school, and they notice Mama is in the car. Mama's been in the car all night. And she is hurt, drained, emotionally spent, pained. And they see it. They're trying to understand what's going on, and she's snapping on them. But you know she don't mean it. It's just that she is so blinded by her hurt that her husband has put her through. Because she stayed in that car to even think that that man would realize, oh, I didn't open up the door for my wife. Oh, okay, well, my wife is not back in the house. What's going on? Let me go look for her. Didn't even bother to do that. He comes outside to go to the church for work, and he realized that she's in the car. Baby, what you doing up in the car? Are you okay? No, don't act concerned now. And when she said, you didn't even open the door for me. Babe, what are you talking about? It's an electric car. See, let me show you. Just open the door. See, you press the button, you open it. No, you didn't even open the door for me. I didn't open the door for you. Okay, listen, let me open the door right quick, right now. Here he is. That is not the point. He was like, you're being childish. This is being petty. This is childish. No, it is not. She had to snap on him. You don't give a fuck about me. You don't fucking love me. You didn't even give a damn that I wasn't even in the house. You wouldn't open the door. And it was just like, how do you not understand where she's coming from? It's not really saying that you didn't open the door. It's basically saying, bitch, you don't love me. You don't care enough about me. You didn't even miss the fact that I was gone. And I really wasn't. I was still outside. You didn't look for me. I felt so bad. I felt so bad for her, bitch. I felt so bad because he was just, I said, bitch, it's not getting in your head. And then his phone rang while she was in the midst of trying to conversate, while she was in the midst of trying to express herself and get her feelings out. Bitch, she took that phone and she said, fuck it, what? Myron. No, she didn't even say nothing. She answered the phone and Myron said, hey, baby, you at the church? And this is what the people's, the holier than thou, holy rolling Christians and uber fanatical Christians and all of that stuff, they're upset at Devon Franklin for taking this role and playing a DL pastor because, oh my God, this is the agenda and this is unchristian-like and you are a pastor and you're this. First of all, I didn't know the man was a pastor. Okay? Second of all, y'all are so upset at this because it's acting and he putting out there the truth of what y'all be doing some of the times. And I don't see what the problem is. So this makes him less of a Christian? Is he kissing somebody? And even if he was, like, so you're going to look your nose down on him because he took this role, a role that is very much factual? See, that's the problem. Y'all so fucking judgmental in this Christianity, in the churches. And you twist the word to mean what you want it to mean. And it's not even that. Okay? If people were able to be who they were and be who they are without the judgment, without feeling discriminated against and being disowned and people turning their backs on them or whatever and making them feel less than, baby, then they wouldn't have to be on the DL. And then you want to say no sin is greater than the next, but you're okay with somebody being a murderer. You're okay with somebody being an R word. You're so okay with somebody up here playing around with kids, but oh no, you're okay with somebody. You'll be okay with your pastors committing adultery with a heterosexual with a woman rather than being with somebody that's on the down low. Like, it is so crazy how people in the congregation, people in Christianity, certain people in Christianity would be okay with all of those things that I mentioned, all those other sins that I feel is way worse. I know they say no sin is greater than the next, but murder, sexually assaulting somebody, being a PDF file, doing all these other disgusting burglary, all this other stuff, that is way worse than actually being gay. Because at the end of the day, gay people ain't doing nothing to nobody but loving their partner. They're not out here harming anybody. And we will have less people being on the down low and motherfuckers will get that into their mind. It's not harming anybody. They're loving who they love. And that should be okay. But this motherfucker is on the down low. Y'all got a problem with the fact that he is playing a character because it's hitting close to fucking home. Because y'all one of the motherfuckers that cause people to be DL. You know how that is. Societal views and all that shit. Devon ain't do nothing wrong. Okay? Like, come on. He playing the hell out this role to the point he making me not even fucking like his ass, bitch. I knew what it was. It confirmed to me when he sat down in that thing, in that chair today, in the episode before, and Myron put his hand in his inner thigh. I said, move your shit, bitch. You slip is showing, Myron. Damn. But boy, oh boy, I said, baby, what? LaToya Luckett is really acting her ass off. LaToya has never gave a bad fucking performance ever. Oh my God, she need the awards, okay? I know this ain't gonna get nominated for shit. Probably an NAACP award, but no, mama need awards, okay? Because she is acting her ass off. Let me get to the next episode, y'all.